Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in and welcome to this episode of Live Work North Attleboro. I'm Christine Pasto, a real estate agent with Keller Williams, and I'm here today with Scott Abrahamson. He's the owner of the Music Wagon. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, so tell us a little bit about the Music Wagon.
Yeah, so the Music Wagon is a mobile music store originally. We are full line instrument rentals and sales, sheet music, accessories, and gear. But it was founded on the premises of convenience for customers.
Okay.
I used to work for some other companies, and I did conferences where I go study retail trends, and when everybody else was out on the golf course early, I'd be staying in the session. And I realized that most people do value small business, but they go to large companies like an Amazon because they want convenience.
Right.
So the idea was to create convenience with the Music Wagon. So I deliver all over Eastern Massachusetts.
Terrific. You're headquartered, today we're in the space of Keyboards for Kids, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you operate out of Keyboards for Kids in North Attleboro?
Yeah, so I have a showroom here at Keyboard for Kids. Keyboard for Kids owned by Linda Fish, a longtime native of North Attleboro, who's a longtime piano teacher and accordion teacher. She's one of my affiliates. So what I had done as I founded the company was I created an affiliate network of private lesson schools. Figured, what happens? A parent goes in or an adult wants lessons for either themselves or their child, and they discover, oh, wait a minute, where do I get an instrument?
Right.
So I created an affiliate network, numerous towns, and Linda was one of my last affiliates I signed, and she looked at this space and said, I'd like to do a little bit more with it, so can you actually put a showroom here?
Oh, terrific.
Yeah.
Works out for both of you.
It does, yep.
What made you decide to get into this business? You said you did a little research, but obviously you must have a love of music.
I do. I'm actually a music educator by career. I taught 25 years, taught right up to last June, actually. I was still teaching in the schools.
Which schools?
A few districts throughout my career because I had various positions,
Okay.
and I was, even a department head, a supervisor at times as well. So I also play professionally.
Okay.
And
are you in a band?
Oh, yeah.
Solo?
I'd freelance as a soloist. I also have my own jazz quartet, my own brass quintet, and I, get together other players as they need me. But yeah, full career in music, taught, performed, actually had worked for some other music stores, and actually grew up in some family-operated businesses that, when they closed, my parents decided they could retire many years ago. I didn't want them, and now I'm older and all of a sudden started missing having a business.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah. What instruments do you play? Do you play an instrument?
I'm a trumpet player, also play cornet and flugelhorn.
Wow. What drives you to do what you do? What motivates you?
I think the biggest thing is, sharing the joys and benefits of music making. As an artist, as an educator, I'm out in the public all the time sharing that joy and benefit. And I just see this as an extension of my career. But being able to do it through an ethical business where I could be part of the communities I serve, where, I think about the fond memories of my parents' businesses, again, where, you knew your customer, they became
Right.
friends, they knew that you were there to support them, and that immense pride that comes from really hard work, but knowing you did right by, your community members.
That's wonderful. So you deliver instruments. What radius do you deliver in?
Pretty much the whole of the eastern part of the state. So I'll go out as far as Worcester.
Okay.
I do an affiliate in downtown Worcester. I go all the way up to the North Shore, Cape Ann, right to the New Hampshire line. And I've even gone down to, beginning parts of the Cape.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty big radius.
Yeah.
So who rents instruments?
Primarily students, because the rental program is very popular. Any of us who are parents know that children always don't know what they want.
Right.
So the rental program allows that period to get in, get lessons, and not have invested fully in the instrument.
Okay.
But it's a lease-to-own program with options, so it's made to be affordable. But if the child sticks with the instrument, there's advantages to purchasing the instrument earlier, and also credits for exchanges if they decide, I picked, let's say, trumpet, and I should have picked flute.
Right.
So it's set up to help the parents and families so that child can find what they're best at.
That's wonderful. Have you ever had to run out with like a guitar to meet a musician and drop off a new guitar?
I've definitely had those little emergencies. Actually,
They're playing in the club and they left their guitar at home.
Yeah, I've had definitely people call me and say, "Can you bail me out?" or "My strings just broke." I've actually was just on the phone earlier this week and just emailing as you walked in today. with one of the members of the Philadelphia Symphony Orchestra, who's having me help him out with a mouthpiece issue.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Terrific. What has surprised you about owning your own business?
Honestly, nothing's really surprised me yet. I think, having grown up in family-operated businesses, out of all my parents' children, I was there the day they opened and the day they retired. And so I learned really great, tremendous, valuable lessons, and it stuck with me forever. So as I founded the business, I think I was pretty savvy going in. I knew what to expect. Yeah,
you were a born entrepreneur, basically. What's something that most people don't know about you?
That's an interesting question, because being you're on stage all the time, you're pretty public. Maybe a fun fact is that in another life, I'm an EMT too.
Oh, wow. Okay. So. Did you work with any fire departments or for any hospitals?
Yeah, I was actually served in my hometown for many years, did it volunteer. And I pretty much keep the license going because I don't think it's something I ever want to let go.
Right.
It's life-saving skills. So.
Yeah, definitely.
And I currently volunteer with the Medical Reserve Corps here in the state.
Okay. You said you have a jazz band that you play with, right?
Yeah.
So jazz, is that your favorite type of music?
It's really tough to ask because I really don't have a favorite type, believe it or not. Performance-wise, I'd say at this point in my career, jazz, because this quartet I'm with my buddies, we just have a blast together, and we're all older now, and we've kind of settled down and come to the other end of it, so it's even more fun. I was actually classically trained, so in the beginning years, it was a lot of classical work. But yeah, as far as my listening palette, it could be anything, any day. It's it's all over the place.
Rock
I love it.
To classical.
Rock to classical. It could be reggae. It could be acoustic. It could be whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the most memorable experience with this business that you've had?
Probably a recent one. I sold one of my customers a headstock tuner for guitar, and it's a great product from a great company, and I've sold them before. People love them, and he kept calling me and saying, this thing's not working, I'm not happy with it, and he would send me pictures of it compared to another tuner, and I said, I'm really surprised because this is a fantastic manufacturer. I said, maybe you got a defective battery, so go buy a battery and I'll pay for the battery. And he gets a new battery, and he comes back and says, oh, it's still not working, and I said, you know what, bring the tuner in. He brings the tuner in, he says, see what I mean, it's not lighting up, and I look at the tuner, and I see the little tag, and I peel back the sticker that was still on the screen of the tuner, and the tuner was working just fine. He was looking at the phony sticker that they put on the packaging.
Gosh.
He never peeled it off.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's one of those, is it turned on? I thought you were going to say it wasn't turned on. Is there someone in your life that really inspired you to get into music?
Oh, definitely. That would be my middle school band director.
Okay.
Yep, Les Silva. He was the band director at Beckwith Middle School in Rehoboth for 42 years.
Wow.
He's been retired for some time. I'm still in touch with him. He retired to Florida many years ago.
Okay.
But he just made me love music, made me love coming to school every day. So I was in his band room all the time. So it was a natural progression. I became a teacher because of him.
Wow.
And,
he had a big impact on you.
Yeah, just followed the career all the way through. Like I said, it's great. I still get to talk to him once in a while.
That's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, teachers can make such an impact.
It's true.
Do you have any events or deadlines in the next year that people should be aware of? Obviously with rentals, you have rentals throughout the school year, right?
Yeah, I tell parents as a whole, if you're even contemplating a rental, don't wait to the last minute. I advise all the band directors of the schools that I work with the same thing. The pandemic has made things really interesting in the last few years. I mean, we all see the inflation, we all see the shortages, right? And our industry has not been unaffected. I put my master orders in pretty early, but this fall I pretty much was selling out of everything. Okay. And people were coming to me last minute, and all of a sudden, I called 3 other dealers, they don't have it, and I'm like, that's the reality of the world we live in. So anytime you think that you're going to need something, don't wait, and definitely come to an independent retailer like us who have the knowledge, so you avoid getting some of the what I call the looks like instruments that are out in the marketplace that are really going to hinder a learner. You want something good quality.
Terrific. Well, thank you, Scott, for speaking with me today. Again, I'm Christine Pasto with Keller Williams Realty, and if you would like to be featured on an episode of Live and Work North Attleboro, you can contact me at 312-593-4969. And come on down and check out the space and meet Scott or give him a call at
508-252-6222, or you can reach us online at themusicwagon.com.
Terrific. And as always, please be sure to like and share this video. Have a great day.